Hey everyone. I am let me first start off by saying, although I haven't been making or uploading videos for you guys, I've been keeping an eye on other people's videos, especially the people that I am subscribed to. And I was just recently watching a video made by Painless, the forever controversial Painless, and it was a video on the Trayvon Martin case. But before I share my thoughts and opinions on this, let me just first say hi to my new subscribers. I have a bunch of new subscribers, and I haven't uploaded a video since probably March. So I just want to say a big hello to you guys and welcome. Hopefully I will begin making videos more often. However, I have a little baby in my life now, so for the last 8 months, I really haven't been going as hard as I normally would go before she came. So, you know, she takes priority over everything, and that's mainly the reason why I haven't been focusing on making videos. It's just, you know, if I can, I can. If I can't, then I don't. But back to Painless and this video. I'm watching this video he's done on the Trayvon Martin case, and he's basically saying that this case should never have gone to trial and George Zimmerman should be free. And I'm thinking to myself, why? Why is he saying these things? Is he saying it to be edgy? Is he saying it to be controversial? Or is he saying it because he sincerely believes in his heart that this man was justified in murdering Trayvon Martin? I have to be honest and say that I have not been watching the trial. You know, my days are consumed and my nights are consumed with the baby. And so I don't have time to sit and watch this case unfold and have all the details. However, I covered this situation heavily in the beginning when all of the details were fresh, before witnesses began changing their stories or revising their stories. I was on this. And so I kind of understand, or I believe I have a good understanding of the events that had taken place before the murder, during the murder, and after the murder. And based on those things that I know, that I understand, George Zimmerman not only should be on trial, but he should be convicted of murder. This would be a different situation had Trayvon Martin been caught in the midst of burglarizing a home, in the midst of carjacking someone, in the commission of a crime. My opinion would be different. As a matter of fact, you wouldn't even hear from me. But that's not the case. And so I don't understand how someone like him, or anyone, can seriously say Trayvon Martin is where he belongs. Some people even argue that, well, blacks kill blacks every day. You see it in the ghettos across the nation. You cannot compare what's going on in, for example, Chicago or New York to what happened between Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. Trayvon was not gang banging. He was not in the commission of a drive-by shooting. He was simply walking through a gated community trying to get home to his father. And you certainly can't say that simply because a group of black people in a particular area of the country, because they are murdering each other, then it should be open season on all young black males. That's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds as if people are saying, well, you have a bunch of them killing each other all over this nation. So if, someone who's non-black decides to shoot an unarmed teenager, well, what the hell? They're killing each other anyways. Like, what kind of logic is that? And yet you have people who will say these things with a straight face. And you wonder why we still have race issues, ethnicity issues in this country. Some people have argued that this had nothing to do with race. Those people, to me, are just ignorant. And they are oblivious to anything that has to do with common sense or logic. When you have someone like Zimmerman on the phone with 911 and he's making phrases like, these assholes, they always get away. Fucking coons. Well, anybody that's familiar with the case knows that the majority, if not all of the burglaries done in his gated community came from young black males. So, who else is he referring to when he says, these assholes always get away? Young black males. Why would he relate Trayvon Martin to these quote-unquote assholes who always get away? Trayvon was not doing anything that would have led this male to conclude that he was either getting ready to rob somebody or had just finished robbing someone. So the only correlation he could have would be the skin color. Nothing else. Nothing else makes any sense. So how can you argue it's not about race when the only similarity that Trayvon Martin had to these assholes, if you will, is the fact that he was a male black? That's it. I'm not going to change anyone's mind about the Trayvon Martin case, nor am I trying to. I just cannot understand when people say things like George Zimmerman was justified and Trayvon Martin got what he deserved. Moving on to another subject, because I would like to cover some other things that people have been inboxing me about. This Cheerios commercial. Now, apparently there were people, well, certain people who were up in arms over a Cheerios commercial featuring a Caucasian wife, a black husband, and a biracial daughter. And someone inboxed me and they were asking how I felt about the commercial. I don't feel any way about the commercial. Please. And I don't understand why other people feel a particular way, especially when it's aggressive about this commercial. I mean, And maybe someone can explain this to me. You can leave a comment in the comment section, but if you're upset about the commercial, why? I saw nothing offensive about it. It was a family with a daughter who had the desire to save her father from heart disease by giving him some Cheerios. You explain. If I'm missing something, then please explain. If you're upset that there was a black father and a Caucasian wife, then my only response to that would be, why aren't you upset that all of these rappers and athletes on a majority level will use non-black women in their videos and or wife them? For me, it's a matter of you love who you love. And if you happen to love someone who is non-black, then that's who you happen to love. So if that's where you guys are going with this, like why are we promoting, or why are they promoting interracial marriage, having biracial children? Hey, then you need to take up some issues with other people who are promoting the same things, just in a different way. What was the other thing that people were writing me about? Oh, Paula Deen using the N-word and the slavery parties. You know what? Here's my thing. Paula Deen is racist. She's a cracker. But you know what? There's a whole lot of racists and crackers. And the bottom line is, I would rather know someone like that than know someone like the people who are firing her, pretending that they don't use that same language. Because somebody like her and somebody like me, we just shoot straight from the hip. We shoot straight from the hip. There is no sugarcoating the way I feel about certain people. And I'd rather know straight up that that's the way she feels about me or my people. I don't want somebody that's going to smile in my face, like apparently she had been doing. And in the meanwhile, you're calling me the N-word behind my back. I want to know where you're coming from. I would have more respect for you. If that's the way you are and you're not just using it for shock value, but if that's truly the way you feel, then so be it. Should she have been fired? Well, here's the thing. No, she shouldn't have been fired. But this is what should have happened in terms of black people supporting her. If you don't feel that that's somebody that you can support, don't buy their stuff. Don't buy her cookbooks. Don't buy her, go to her restaurants. Just don't patronize her. And eventually she would go broke. If there's an audience there to support her, then so be it. But she would never receive $1 from me. Because as much as I can appreciate somebody's genuineness and their, them being upfront about who they are, there's no way in hell I'm going to support somebody who thinks that low of my people. There's just no way. Because if you think that low of them, then you also think that's low of me. Period. What else? I'm trying to cover as much as I can because God only knows when you guys will have another video from me. Paula Deen. Was there another? Oh gosh. Well, if I can think of something before I upload this video, then I will. Otherwise, I appreciate all of the support. I'm so happy to have all of my new subscribers. I hope that I can come back and do a video on some level, even if it's just talking about parenting, which, you know what, I actually want to do, because I think that there are a lot of young people and older people who really do not understand how to parent properly, you know. And oh gosh, I think I'm going to go into this a little bit. My daughter and I were having a discussion recently, and I was just explaining to her that the way our parents, meaning my parents and my grandmother, the way they parented isn't necessarily the best way to parent. You know, I love my grandmother. I mean, there's, in my mind and in my heart, there was no better woman on the earth and beyond that existed other than her. But she would yell a lot. You know, that was her way of communicating with us, is, you know, she would yell. And you know, I mean, we talk loudly, meaning us black people, we talk loudly. We're very passionate. And a lot of times people may take our loud speech as anger, and sometimes it's not really us being angry. We just, when we become excited about something, we just speak loudly. And other times when we're angry about stuff, we speak loudly. So, but I was just explaining to her that it's not always the best way to parent when you're constantly yelling at your child. That's something I had to learn. That's not something that I didn't have the benefit of someone actually teaching me that. So I may cover things like that in my next video, discussing parenting and those kinds of things. Anyways, you guys leave your comments below if you have any suggestions on videos. You can leave those in the comment section as well. Like I said, I don't know when I will be making another video because the baby takes priority, but I will do my best to find something to discuss with you guys that may stimulate a great conversation. Thanks, everyone.